Guys, what up? We're on another one. Welcome back, episode 10. We're going to jump in. So, every single time I've got a new routine. So, I have fixed a lot of pretty much everything. Watch this. So, we're going to log in and instantly, how I start our sessions now is come over here. We have our. Man, why is this? Why are we having issues here? Huh, that was kind of weird. We're jumping all over the place there. We're going to kick this on. So I usually log in and I can leave this thing running now for about at least a half hour at a time, if not more. I don't typically leave it on that long. I don't need to, but I can. We have enough of the power sustainability. It's amazing now. So I'm going to show you that. So I log in. We get our excavator going. We've been processing a lot of, and so you can see this. I've moved everything. So that's just another update. Moved everything. But on top of this, part of my new routine is I've just been, I want to get us to a point where we're almost there, which is heading into phase 3. So you guys can see this. I'm going to gather some of these. So we've got endless plates, tons of copper wire now. I've been pretty much processing all. So you guys can see on our mini map here. See all these? See all of our ore goes in here and gets processed. And now we have tons of iron, tons of copper bars waiting for us because everything's automated now. So I'll show you that part of this. Like I said, when I log in, I get my metal press going. I throw some stuff in here. I get my excavator going, and then I get our crusher going. So everything can kind of run at the same time now. And the reason I'm going to come back and explain the crusher later on, but there's a reason for all of this. I want everything kind of running and just always making things as we're logged in. Just having so many things passively running for us is amazing. So tons of charcoal. I'll get to this later, but I actually have. Let me pull this up real quick. I got a little list for us. So we order for plates. So nonstop when I log in and get our excavator going, we get our plates going. We get things thrown into our press. We always want our press running. And then I turn around so you guys can see this. I don't think you guys have seen any of this. So I've ran power inside of our building. Now that, so our excavator, we'll go back over there real quick. So I've set this up. So our ores come in, they get thrown upstairs and sorted. So if it's ore, it goes upstairs. If it's sulfur or there's some cobble and deep slate, it gets thrown down here and it gets thrown into its own chest. So you guys can see this. These chests, that's gravel, that's cobbled deep slate, that's cobblestone, and then it's sulfur. So it gets all filtered into those. If it's an ore, it goes upstairs. So we can see this. I'm just gonna throw these plates and our copper wires in here because I've been just nonstop processing a bunch of stuff. We'll just throw everything in here that I don't need right now. We will grab some sand because I got something to show you guys later on. So you guys can see this. You see our copper iron, and our copper and iron are just constantly going up. Why is that? So we're gonna head upstairs. So our iron heads up here and copper heads up here. And we have power ran in here. Power gets thrown into a crusher. So our crusher is running nonstop. It's got currently 24 million storage. You can see this; these are all full. And so having this just a ton of storage is what all these machines need. And so this thing will run nonstop. And what it does is crushes it, sorts it into the grit. The grit gets thrown into our furnaces. And you guys can see this. I removed our lava generation upstairs in here, so it's right next to where I need it. But you guys can see this. These blast furnaces run and process ore so fast. So one of the things that get dropped down are our ingots and our buckets. So now everything gets thrown into our new crafting area, which is amazing. So we're gonna do this. So nonstop iron, nonstop copper, and we're going to grab some of this, not necessarily sand, but I'm going to show you the parts of these things that I want to kind of cover. So how are we? So why is it that we're able to just leave our excavator on? So I'll show you guys that. So you guys can see this. So I've kind of I obviously got rid of this. We've got our, when I come in here every single time, so thing's still making copper deals, which is amazing. Making us wires because we're going to need that on the next part of this. But you guys can look at this. So only thing I have to do when I come up here now is I just look, right? I can see all my gauges, so almost everything's still full. This thing just runs nonstop. So this diesel generator is what's creating our power for our excavator. It's amazing. If that thing, if I need to turn this thing on, so none of our windmills, none of our power is being used right now. All the power that's being used for our excavator is coming from our diesel generator. So I can kick these pumps on. So I have this redstone wire, and these switches ran to our pumps. So if I need any more, you guys can see this, it's actually going up. So why is this going up? Because I've left our refinery on, and I've left our squeezer and our fermenter on, and everything is now controlled with the two switches that are outside and these two switches that are right here. So the pumps get turned on, and it instantly fills up our refinery. And any time that this gets low, we can just turn our refinery on with these two switches. So that's all I have to do is these pumps open up and fill up our refinery, and then it just makes more biodiesel, which is amazing. So that's that part of that. And then, this is the other thing. So I know I've been kind of rattling through here. So new storage, we went over that. So our new storage area, I moved everything. I literally moved everything over to our new building. The only thing that's, not everything, but everything that's kind of left over here is just things for making plates and making, I need so many plates. It's ridiculous. So I'm constantly taking our iron and copper. So right now, like, we're passively making iron and copper right now, and sulfur. So you guys can see the map. All of our excavators going in here, and it's automatically making our bars, which is amazing. And so, and like I said, we can leave our excavator on nonstop now. Like, this thing just nonstop runs, and making us passive iron, copper, and sulfur. So the reason the sulfur is so important is so part of the prep for heading into phase 3 is we need so much of these guys. So I think it's in here, maybe it's not. We need to look at this. So I think it's called compressed iron. So we can go like this. Oops. We look at this. So our compressed iron is our arc furnace. So we need to go and address this. So the next hang up, we've got our excavator. We've got material now. How do we bypass coal? And I've figured out a way how to do that. So our next thing that I set up, which literally takes me like a minute. So a minute, instead of having to go out and get coal, I've been cutting down trees. So it's something that I manually have to do, but I can go out and collect a ton of, I think we're having a little hiccup right here. I think it's loading the excavator, but that's okay. So we'll go like this. Didn't mean to pick up these. That's fine. Missed those two. But I come out here, and you guys can see part of this. So I've set up, actually I've cut them down, but I set up a ton of freaking trees out here. So I come out here, and I just, these, I think they're larch. Is that what they're called? Yeah, it's larch logs. So I can come out here and just vein mine the shit out of these. So you guys see this, vein mine. Just vein mine the crap out of all these trees. I think the issue with these ones that are up there is because I didn't have enough food. Whenever you use vein miner, it uses your food and your deal. So if you don't have enough food, it does not cut down the tree completely. So that's why I kind of got left with a bunch of trees left up in the air. So I got to kind of clean those up and cut them down. But it's just something that I got to get used, once again, kind of get used to for a second. But I turn around. So I bypassed coal. So part of the gunpowder issues that we have. So I'm going to kind of go into this. So our arc furnace, I'm going to show this to you guys. So this is how we're going to run this. Man, I'm having something's going on. Maybe we got to turn off my arc furnace. Maybe I can't record this while the excavator's going, but you can see this. So how do we get so much TNT? So I need to, so you guys can see this. Look how much materials we got, which is amazing. I figured this out. So we are getting our sulfur from our excavator. Our excavator gets this just nonstop, which is amazing. So we have tons of sulfur now. How do we get this nitrate dust, which is it's amazing. So we're going to come upstairs here, and we're going to look at this. So our crusher makes, so we can take sand and make nitrate out of it. So look at this. We take sand, make sandstone, right? We take this, take sandstone, we turn around and throw it inside of our crusher, and watch this. So look at this. It makes nitrate. So it has a 50% chance per sandstone to make nitrate dust. So this is how we can spam. This is one. So the sulfur dust, the nitrate dust, and then the charcoal. So we cut down the trees. The charcoal makes gunpowder. So watch this. So we completely fixed our gunpowder issues. Look at this. Go like this. We can take just like so 2 stacks of salt. I had farmed saltpeter before I figured out this nitrate trick. But we take sulfur, do this, and then we go turn around and we have these deals. So the only part of this is just making these little. You cannot crush charcoal and make dust. It turns it into dye. You have to use these stone mortars still. So there is a little bit of things you have to do, like solo legwork in order to make this kind of. You can't. There probably is a way to automate this, but right now we're just going to do this. But you guys can see this. This is how we're getting a ton of gunpowder. So look at our gunpowder. We have tons of gunpowder now, which means we have a ton of TNT. So we can see. We can go 2, 3, 4, 5. We set. So to make this kind of fast, you just set the pattern, and then you can just kind of fill in the pattern with. You just pull stuff into your inventory and throw it back in. So we need one more stack of gunpowder. You can see this. So we just made 2 stacks of gunpowder right there. We turn around and do this constantly. So you can see I set up a couple more furnaces because I'm making nonstop charcoal. I'm nonstop cutting down trees, and I just want a ton of. I'm just gonna fill just dust. I want one of these chests to completely be filled full of charcoal dust, so I can just have not. I don't have to worry about TNT anymore, and we don't have to worry. So we don't have to worry about TNT anymore. We don't have to worry about iron anymore, and we don't have to worry about power anymore. So that means we have as much compressed iron as we want. So my goal, I'm going to show this to you guys. So we can go like, we just had some. So maybe we can just go like this. Let's take these 3 stacks. We'll throw them in here. Make sure we do that. Make sure we do this. And we're just going to kick this on. We're going to see how much, oh, wow, that's great. So it is, so we'll just see. So we're going to kick this on. See how much compressed iron we make. It's amazing. Like I said, so we've got tons of that, blah, 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 tons of stone. So like you guys saw, we can turn gravel into sand, sand into sandstone. We have endless gunpowder now. No more gunpowder issues, no more TNT issues now. So I know this thing's loud. So there's 12 compressed iron right there. As we're dawdling with this, I think I'm just going to come out here while that's crushing. We're going to come out here, and we can just leave that on. It's going to soak power, but I'm actually just going to go... Oh, there's a cat. Oh, no, you son of a bitch. So we have been... I think our... So I got to get my crossbow. I need to go get arrows. But basically, this thing's almost toast. It's hardly making any more our passive iron that way. Those golem farms just have so many issues with cat spawning that they're just not worth it. So I'm gonna come over here and just kick this off because of we just can't run a bunch of things at the same time. So we're just gonna turn that off for now. Oh, respawn. So kill count 3. So let's hit a wire. So we'll get our body back real quick. So that's why I haven't been able to I have not been able to get my XP up very high because I keep hitting these stupid wires. So I just got to elevate the wires a little bit higher, then we can be able to actually run around here and not die. But go do this. Items. This. No idea. Oh, the necklace broke. Okay. So, you guys can see, I can just leave the excavator on for like probably half hour, 45 minutes at a time, and it's fine. But we're going to go in here and see how much compressed iron this made. It might have already filled up. The issue is, oh, the slag. You got to pull the slag out. That's its problem. So wow, that's so much. What the hell? So tons of TNT. Actually, where we are, so we're making a ton of this compressed iron now. So TNT was our hang up. We're making 12 at a time each time. So the slag's the issue. So we're going to have to fix that. But look at this. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We don't have any more TNT issues because of sand is free, gravel's free, nitrate dust is free, and then these charcoal. So we can do this real quick. We're waiting for that to do this. So you just make, all we got to do is sit here and make a bunch of these. So you take this, and I thought I grabbed my stone. What the hell? Did I grab my stone? Oh, it's right here. Oh, okay. That's what I was like, what the funnion's going on here? You take your stone, you just make a bunch of these. And this is how we make a ton of this. But we can automate this. So, we can just go like this. So we go like this. So grab. So let's grab a bunch of stacks. This. Look at that. Now we just have a ton. I'm just gonna throw it back in here, so you can see how nice and easy this is to. Maybe I'll put it in here. So a bunch of mortars, a bunch of dust now. We're off and running here. So we can take this, we can throw this back in here. Logs, more logs, and just constant. No more TNT issues. So, I think this thing's probably already full. Oh, right now it is. So amazing. We can just leave that running, but maybe we don't. Oh, it's almost done. So that's good. So it's only got 2 more deals to make. So we'll just leave that, and we're gonna come back over here so you guys can see. Let's pull it. I'm gonna slow down here for a second. So we've got our compressed iron is up and running. TNT is done. We are on to the next part of this, which is gonna be phase 3. So I'm going to catch my breath. You guys look at the timestamps below, and we're going to start getting into this. So you guys can see now the map. So we turn our excavator off, and now it's shut off. And now we're going to go in here and start looking at this. So passively, we can see our iron's still going up. We can go actually head upstairs. Even though we turned our excavator off, there's still always a backup of grit. So these things keep running. So you can see there's 64 here, there's 24 here. So this is why I put a hopper above this. These blast furnaces do not process fast enough the amount of ore that's getting thrown inside of them. So not only that, but there's actually byproducts. So remember, the crusher has byproducts for iron ore and copper ore, which is these. So you get some nickel, we get some gold grit, and we get some copper grit that comes out of, well, not the copper. I actually had thrown copper in here, and I don't know why they're saying in here. But this, you get some gold and you get some nickel out of this deal. So I think, we'll see. We're seeing some on my end. FPS lag just because of it's trying to probably load the windmills. So we'll see. I might have to figure out why it is these things are jumping around. Or I might just have to. I've not up to this point. I've had zero issues with FPS. So I think it's just because anytime like I don't completely close out of the game. I relog back in like from the menu screen. It gets sluggish. So I just gotta before I record the next time. I'm just gonna make sure that I log completely out and start up the game fresh, because then I have had zero issues until right now with this. So we're gonna grab these so you guys can see we are off and running amazing. I'll just take our slag. We'll just leave what we need in here so we can see we have our compressed iron is done, and then you guys can see. So we can come upstairs here and see. You know, it barely touched. So these are both on, but the thing is this is just visual. Actually, take that back. Oh, that's because we had our arc furnace going. These both might be running. No, so this one got sapped pretty hard with our arc furnace running. So we just made a ton of compressed iron. So that thing's gonna run for a little bit. So it's probably pulling biodiesel out of there right now, so we can look. Actually it's not. So anywho, so this thing's amazing. We've pretty much got that thing fully automated. Power's good, excavator's good. So we're gonna go over here and let me make sure. So arc furnace phase 3, gunpowder, everything's good. So we can head this way. And we're going to start jumping into phase 3. So we're going to be able to open up our book once again, and we are continuing. So I'm going to take all of this for now, just for now. We're going to take this. This actually can go like this. So anytime I have iron or copper right now, so we can go to ore. So I can take copper ore and iron ore out of here. And I can just throw it on my belt, because this will just send it upstairs to that crusher. And it will process all of that and just smelt it for us, which is great. Do I throw these? Maybe I just throw these. I'm just going to... we can go like this. Throw these for here for now. Because... yeah. So, phase 3. Let's jump into it. So, we can open up our book again. So, we're continuing. So, we have just figured out compressed iron ingots. We have a ton of them now. So now we can jump in. Look for details, info on a guidebook. So this is another manual for the next phase of this, but I think it gives you some manual. Okay. So the next part of this is going to be amazing. So we have a bunch of compressed iron, but we're going to blow through it so fast. If we look at some of these patterns, so these small fluid tanks, we need these. This is going to help us with our lava issues. So like nonstop, I need lava for our like our blast furnaces right now, and then our blast furnaces over there and our furnaces over there. But now we can start making tanks that hold 32, 64, 128,000 buckets of lava. And so we can set up those drips that are upstairs. There's liquid hoppers that we can make. So let's actually just jump into this. So part of the reason why I have this crafting area is so it makes it so much easier. So we can look in our book and be like, okay, what's the first thing we want to make? So I actually can put this book away. We're not doing immersive right now. We can put our PNR or PNC manual away, because I mean we're just doing the basic stuff right now. I've already kind of looked into like what we need for our first couple of patterns. So we're gonna make our small. We're actually gonna, we need pressure tubes. We need reinforced stone. So we can look up pressure tube. We can type it in here. Pressure tube. And let's look. So I think it's this guy. So we can see this. If we have the items in our storage, it'll just automatically pull the item and put it in here. So we're gonna make, maybe we'll make 64 of these. So you can see where our compressed iron's right here. We have a lot. So make 64 of these. It saves the pattern. You just pull them out, which is amazing. And then we need, so actually, go look tube. We need these in our inventory so we can finish the quest. So we go like this. We open this up. So we got our pressure tubes, which gives us some iron. So we can go to the next step. So we need reinforced stone. We can actually look ahead. So we need this. So we need reinforced brick, which is made out of reinforced stone. So we do need some of this. So I'm not sure how many, but we're going to be making air compressors. Do we need? No, we need iron bars. I already made some iron bars. But these, like I said, these small fluid tanks, one of the first things that we're going to make, it's a tank in the size of one block that holds 32,000 buckets, which is amazing. Like you have to, I think you can use a bucket to fill it, or you can pump out of these, which is amazing. So we're gonna do and start making those. So let's not get ahead of ourselves, but we need to do this reinforced stone. So let's look up reinforced stone. There it is. So, oh, it's stone. Interesting. So we do need to go. I think I do have some in here. Obviously, I have some in here. Some stone. Oh, we do have a lot. So let's make we'll make 64 of these, which is fine. So 64 reinforced stone. We're done with that. Oh, sorry. I need to put these in once again, I need to put them in my inventory. And I get the quest complete. We'll put them back in our system. Put all this shit back in our system. What's the next part? So we want to make a couple of these fluid tanks. So these fluid tanks, like I said, it's for lava. But it's not just lava. Like that's what we need it for. But part of phase 3 is we're going to be getting into compressed air, and then we're going to be getting into more advanced, making different types of fuel, because I'll just show you guys. So let's make a couple of these fluid tanks first. And then actually look at the medium. Medium it takes plastics. We're not at plastics yet. We have found some plastic, but I don't think we have. We might have 4. I'm not sure. But right now we'll just make a couple of these small fluid tanks just to do the quest. Well, and then there's our liquid hopper. So I think we do both of these because I'll just make them, and then later on I'll get them set up so they'll just instantly. So like I said, this instantly will fill up these with lava, and then we'll be able to just have full fluid tanks full of 60 or 32 buckets, and it'll just make our lives so much easier at our other building too. So having 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these at a time, we can just move back and forth, and then we're not having to run back and forth anymore, is amazing. So we'll just do that. So let's make one of these. So let's make a fluid tank, maybe. What's it called? Gotta find this. Huge, small. So we can do this right now. So like I said, we already had iron bars. I think I'm gonna just make 4 of these. So let's make 4 of these. So you guys see it saves the pattern in here. You pull, as long as you have the materials in your system, it'll just constantly keep making more and more and more of these. So we're gonna close out of that. I don't want to make a mistake. Actually plunk this down. So let's look at this. So, oh wow, look at that. That thing's so cool. What? Upgrade? Oh wow, information. Okay, can be connected with tanks above and below with a wrench. If the tank is empty or both tanks contain the same fluid. Okay, so, let's just try, I guess. What is that? You vandal. What is this? Breaking machines like the ISO villains considered sneak with a new, wrench. Oh, okay. So we need wrenches for this. So pneumatic wrench. So let's just take its advice. We'll look this up. Let's look up a wrench, and we'll look up pneumatics. Refined storage. Because oh no, come on. It needs RF tools. So it needs in order for these to work, they need pressure. So right now, I think it's telling you, hey, don't. It might not save what's inside of it if you break it, but I don't think that that's the case. I think that that's wrong. So we're actually going to take this so we can see. Look at our iron and our copper. It's going up, 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 up. It's constantly going up. Look up buckets. So we're going to go upstairs. So we'll grab a couple of buckets and we're going to head upstairs. So we've got these tanks. Did we finish our quest? No, we did not. So let's do this. Okay. So go upstairs. We've got our tanks. So I'm just going to plunk. Where do we want this? Sure. So we should just be able to... Nice. So this is 12 buckets inside this thing. And let's pick it up and see what... So it says 12 out of 32. So it does. So look at that. See, stored lava. So instead of having our inventory completely filled with lava buckets, now we have one. So that's amazing. So we can just keep this here for now. Maybe I'll just go like this. We have a bunch of tanks here, and then we'll just, as we need them, we'll just be able to fill them up or whatever. So now we don't need, I mean, we do need buckets for actually throwing them inside here. But we're in a way better place than we were. So like I said, moving lava from here to the other building is great. So still not perfect. We need to, like, maybe on the next one after we record this, I'll have some of these drips. Maybe I'll lift this up, and then these drips will they'll still go inside of these cauldrons, but then there will be a liquid hopper underneath them, and it will just instantly start filling up these tanks underneath, which is going to be amazing. And then we really have a lot of stored lava, and then we're really not going to have to worry about doing this shit anymore, which is going to be great. So yeah, there's that. So tanks done. We need to look at the next step. So what's the next part of this? So air compressor is, so yeah, we got some things we need to cover. So I have not looked into any of this, meaning phase 3. So I don't know how necessarily these machines work, but we're going to kind of at least get some of them built. So we can get the air compressor built. We can get pressure, compressed air. So what is this thing? We're going to have to look into it. What is this thing called? Air. So it actually doesn't tell us. What do you need? So this is what we need. So it's an air canister. So we can make these. We can make that right now. So we'll make an air canister because it's used for our air compressor, our first real machine for this mod pack. So it's called a air canister. Air canister. So we can go plus one, make maybe 2 of them. We did, so it does not unlock the quest because we are not, we did not get this completed first. So we need light, redstone. We already got all that. We should have all of this stuff already. So let's look up. So I think it's air compressor. So this is the machine for the next step, and we should have everything, right? Wow, we don't have light. Wait. How's it not registered? We made these. Oh, it's bricks. Oh, okay. And then light. I thought we had them in here. I put everything in here. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it's not registering these. That's kind of weird, actually, right? Let's look up engineer. So it shows them. Heavy engineers blocks, redstone engineering blocks. Am I missing something? Light engineering, redstone, reinforced brick. So we need to look up. We'll look up reinforced. We gotta go like this. Make 16 bricks. I don't know why it wasn't. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that was weird. Huh. So now it registers it. So there's the air compressor. And then we can look up our air. Wait. Air? Oh, it's right here. So air canister. Or does it need to actually... Oh, no, we got to finish this. Right? This. Minimum pressure to operate. The operations that a machine carries out consume air, not pressure. Pressure is just a function. Oh, okay. So we got our first real machine, air compressor. So, not really sure where we should put these. I don't know. I think maybe, so we come down here and we work, but we could walk back up and like have this kind of more leveled off. We'll see. I'm just going to put this here for now. So we got air compressor. And then we can click info, not us upgrades. So this means use to do this, insert any solid fuel item. Oh. Oh, so it burns and then it pressures up. Oh, then you use pressure. Okay, so you run compressed air from it into things. So like it will power our processing plant. So compressed air goes to our processing plant, which makes different forms of fuel that we need. So that's interesting. So we got that done. We got that done. So heat source. Static heat sources are blocks and fluids. Blah, blah, blah. So we might need to get into vanilla box fluids act as static heat sources. So snow torch. You guys can see what it says here. I'm going to have to unpack this a little bit, see how these processes work. So we got our air compressor. Only... Oh. So maybe we look into this. So this is the processing plant for... So part of this mod pack is there's crude oil somewhere on the map. I think we saw some out in the ocean, but there's more underground. So to get into this, you use underground. So we have to make a seismic sensor, just like on phase 2 with our arc furnace. We need to find where this crude oil is and store it. So if we got to run some power, or maybe it's compressed air, and be able to gather this crude oil, we need it because it's what's going to allow us to get into our processing plant. And so, liquid compressor. So we can actually look at this. We'll peel this back a little bit. So maybe we can finish this part of yeah. So I think I got to restart here. It's kind of jumping all over the place. So we got some of these done. So this get done? Oh, okay, there we go. We got that one done. Okay. So complete. Heat sources done. What did it give us? Nothing? Okay. Thermal compressor or insulation will lose heat if left exposed. This is particularly noticeable with a refinery, which has many. Including to avoid this heat loss, ensure that no faces are exposed to any air. Huh. Interesting. Thermal compressor. I think I'm going to try to attempt to make this one. So Thermopneumatic Processing Plant. So you guys can see how this works. So we're going to be making diesel. It gets refined into kerosene. It gets refined into gasoline, and all of these things, like basically the big one we want is this LPG. So basically LPG is what's used to make plastics. So our end goal for this next step is getting into plastics, because it's going to get us into, there's 31 pages of crafting options with this. Plastics is our next real, just like compressed iron was phase 2, plastics, and then the circuit boards are phase 3. So they're used for so many different things. You can see this, if we want to upgrade to a medium fluid tank, if we want to get a large fluid tank, you can see this large fluid tank holds 128 buckets. We have to get into plastics. So, like I was explaining, so this thermopneumatic processing plant is what makes it's what makes the molten plastic, and then you just throw it down on the ground and it makes plastics. So we'll try to get into this. So let's try to get this thing made. So we'll peel this thing back one step at a time. So we got to look at the pattern. So what do we need first? So let's go part. So we have the redstone, no problem. Well, we need a small. Look it up again. So small. Huh, something popped up on my deal. I don't know what it was. So that was weird. Look up small. Is it fluid? Yeah, small fluid tank. We can make another one? Yeah, so let's make one. I think it only maybe we'll just make 2 just in case. We'll throw one back in our system. And then what's the next step? So we go like this. So this processing plant needs, we have that, we have these. Oh, we need another air compressor. We're not missing everything. I think I don't get how. Oh, because that's why I'm an idiot. So we got to go air compressor. We should have everything. It says light, redstone, and light. Let's make sure. We've got them right here. So light. Is it redstone? Oh, it's so weird at how it bugs out sometimes. So air compressor, done. Throw it back in. Let's look at this thing. So let's go. What's it called? Processing plant. PROCE. We're missing. Oh, and a liquid compressor. Oh man, it's another one. Wow, we need one more. So we can need canister. So let's make a couple more of these. So 3 more of those. Liquid compressor. So we have it. And then we'll go back. I thought we just made one, but maybe we didn't. So there's another air compressor. And look at that. Oh, we got it done. Processing plant. Look at that. Try saying that 3 times fast. Exactly. So we got this guy. The only issue is I'm actually going to put it like, I should just be elevating this, but we're going to put it here for now, and then on my own time I'll make that wrench and just make sure that we have the wrench, because I don't want to break this and then the whole thing breaks. But we'll slam it down now and look at it. So processing plant. You guys can see how much faster that crafting terminal makes things. We have access to all of our chests. We're not looking for anything. It instantly fills the deal for us. It's amazing. So we got this part done. So I think I'm not saying that this is going to get sped up faster, but at least we're not having to search for all of our materials all over the place. It's just everything's centralized in one area, and we're not having to go and search for items for our patterns. So we got this done. We can look at this thing. So I wonder if this does have a... So info is used. Yeah. So basically we put that crude, we got to go find that crude oil in here. And then it makes it into bunches of different, I take that back. Never mind. So that's not that part. We got to look at our book real quick. We need to look at this. Crude oil goes into a refinery. Is a multi-block. So we're going to have to make, so there is multi-blocks with this. So we need the refinery controller. We need 2 times refinery outputs, which is, so basically it's going to break crude oil down into kerosene and to gasoline. Let's see this. So diesel and kerosene. So, okay, so this is the thing. So if we placed 3 outputs, it's going to give us, so if there's 4 outputs. So I see this. So we fill in from the top the diesel or the crude oil. LPG will come out, gasoline come out, kerosene will come out, and diesel will come out. And then we can pump those different types of refined fuel into this guy. So depending on what you put into your processing plant will give you certain things. So like the end result, what we really need is the LPG, and then that's what's going to make our plastics. So I wonder if maybe not the last step, but we did. So we've got our air compressor done. We've got our processing plant done. And I'll probably find like a little, we could probably make like a little landing spot right here and be able to start setting some of this up. Or I might make it upstairs. I'm not sure yet. But we definitely have these. But this is, I think we can just like, this isn't a multi-block, but obviously this guy is. So we're going to need a little bit of a bigger area for our refinery, because it's, like I said, it's going to look weird. It needs 5 faces, input at the top, the 4 inputs on the sides, and then each one of those are probably going to get a tank attached to them. So that's going to be kind of cool. So it's going to be kind of like a cross if we look overhead of it. And I think you probably put compressed air inside the bottom, and that might be part of how it needs power. So we'll see how this thing turns out. I'll try to maybe get it set up on my own time, and then we'll be able to start getting into making plastics. But what we're going to do is we actually need to get, what was that survey thing? So we got to look this up. So assistance from a tool like a seismic sensor. We can look this up maybe. Sensor. Pneumatics. Oh, okay. So we need glass, repeater, torch, and note block. Okay, so let's do this. We'll go like this. So we always have to have our grid open. Then we look at, so we need this thing, seismic sensor. This is item used to track down crude oil deposits. When right clicked, it will show whether or not a fluid deposit was found directly under. So we can try this. So we're missing, so we're gonna make some, we need a torch. We need, I thought we had a repeater, but maybe not. Oh, we don't. No, 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 no. Not do that. Make a bunch of those. Let's try this again. So we got that. We need this. So make one of these. We're not going to need very many. I think hopefully we only need one of these sensors. And then our note block. Oh, that's easy. Thank you. So let's try this again. So do we have enough? Not universal. Oh, universal. This is a fill. So we're going to get our seismic sensor. So should be able to do this and go like that. Oh, damn. We needed to find our... So we need to complete this quest real quick. So I need a... Can we go bucket? I thought we saw some. So I'm going to take 7 of these and just make sure. I'm just going to go and do this. So this is what I've been doing constantly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Making sure, like, I'm right there with being able to get those automated. So doing this part, which is these liquid hoppers, which is amazing. So that's all it is. So a small fluid tank and a hopper makes just a really, really cool liquid hopper. So I'm gonna have those set up for next time. Let's see. So we were working on. This is what I was gonna do. So I'm gonna throw this stuff back inside here. I don't need this on me. Do I need that? No, we're gonna kill that. Do we need this? Yes, we need that. So don't think we need this. So some of my tools are still just chilling in here. I don't want them in my system. They don't stack, basically. So I thought, so maybe we go like this. I thought, what is this? I'm not sure what that is. I thought we had found I thought we had found oil out in the water, but it might actually be this. So this is what we're gonna do to kind of end this. We're gonna find a bucket of crude oil because I thought we had found some. Boat? Do we have a boat? Okay, we have one. So grab this. We're going on a little adventure here, and then I'm gonna reset. So between this episode and the next one, I'm gonna restart and just make sure I think that the FPS issues are because of not restarting. So I'm gonna make sure that that's fixed for the next one. We're gonna do this real quick. So let's go like this. We're there. So we're gonna head out this way, and we have our bucket. So we should be able to. Hey, there it is. Look at that. See, perfect. Now they do. They spawn out here. This is actually pretty close. We might be able to gather that. So there's your crude. That's all I needed. And we got the seismic one done too. Look at that. Look how close that is. That's perfect for us. If somehow that's going to be our source of crude oil to gather for a little bit. We can just leave that there. So look at that. We got that one done. That was quick. Okay, so we got this one done. Right here. Done. Or was it... What did I miss? A liquid compressor? Oh, we already made one of these. Oh, we didn't... Oh, we got that. Insulation. Do that one. Thermo heat pipes, blah, blah, blah. Liquid hopper. Okay. So we got this. So, see, It's kind of, oh, jumping a lot. So that's my fault. I just got to make sure. That's why most of the time I completely log out and restart before I start recording because of that issue. So we got that. So let's look at this thing. We got that. So now it's just a refinery. So maybe this will be on the next one. So I'm going to figure out getting our air compressor set up, figuring out how to, I mean, obviously, I think, so it said you just burn stuff in here and it will start giving you pressure. And then you need pressure in order to run the processing plant and probably the refinery. So that's going to be interesting. So you just pump the materials in here. You use air to run them, and then as long as you have sustained air pressure, it'll just keep processing this thing. So it's going to be possibly burning stuff, or we might be able to use lava. I'm not sure, but that's going to be the end of this episode. I hope you guys have been enjoying these. I'll get this set up more, and we're going to be off and running. So we're definitely going to, hopefully on the next episode, be able to have our plastics done. And then, like I said, we're going to be getting into, we need them for, we're going to be able to get into a pressure chamber, because not only plastics, but quartz enriched iron is going to be next, because that's how we're going to be able to start getting into, like I had said. So here's our pneumatic wrench. We're going to be able to get into hopefully drones, and so that'll be a fun one. I'm going to have to be able to like basically redesign our farms because these drones, I think they only 17. So a 17 by 17 by 17 cube is where the drones will have access to. So they use the compressed air. They fly as their the fuel source. They fly around. They collect things for you, and you give them assignments, and anything in their range, they will do what. So this is a harvesting drone. This is a logistics drone. This is a guard drone. This is a collector drone. So you see that. So we're right there. We're going to be able to have some fun with this. We need to figure out how to sustain air pressure, what things we're going to be burning, all that good stuff. So appreciate you guys. Leave me some feedback on this one. Leave a like, subscribe. Peace out, guys.